This iron casting started with a clay pattern 4 foot long that was transferred to plaster. Then the plaster, while wet, is divided off into sections to make fragments of the face and coated with wax. I try to make a 1/4 inch thickness. When it is cooled, I remove all the clay around it and pull the wax out of the plaster mold. Some clay is stuck to it, so I'm cleaning it off. I'll prepare it and clean up any imperfections before I make a cast iron mold. Now it is ready for a mold. We'll call this the pattern. After you make a pattern like this, you put it in a 2-piece mold of resin bonded sand. Then the mold is separated and the wax is taken back out and saved. This is the back side and the front. The front is a negative now. There's the wax pattern, ready to be used again. In the meantime, I carve images into the face. Anything I write has to be in reverse, so when it's cast, it comes out properly. All of these images are current events for 2013. I collect them up from newspapers and internet articles, and I cross-reference them with prophecies like Nostradamus. After it's prepared, I put a graphite coating on the surface so the metal, which is about 2,800 degrees, doesn't erode the sand away and we get a better image. When it's ready, I'll put the 2 halves together, but I have to drill holes in the top part so the metal can flow into the mold. These are the images I prepared ahead of time before I started carving. I didn't use everything that I found, but most of them. I pre-planned with a marker on the wax so I could use it like a chalkboard. The gates to allow the cast iron to flow in are drilled. Those holes are where it will flow in. The mold is tilted at a slight angle, so the metal will flow from the bottom to the top and hopefully leave no gaps. The cup is added to the top pouring cup, and then we fire up the furnace. This is Ken Payne and his cast iron stave furnace. We cast the sections for that furnace at the University of North Carolina, but we're doing this at Buffalo State College. As the metal goes in, we watch to see it come out of the vents at the top. Once it comes out, we stop pouring. You see the smoke at the lower part of the screen and now fire. So it's ready. That'll take a couple hours to cool. Everyone that's prepared will have their molds poured down. We'll wait for them to cool and then break out the molds. Mine is rather thin, so I don't have to wait as long, and I am a little impatient. That's over 300 pounds of sand. And nothing lasts forever. The sand starts breaking down after the hot metal is poured into it. We use a 1% solution to hold the sand together. Now we have to check out the detail, clean up all the overcasting. But that'll only take a couple hours. I call this piece Prophecy 13 because the images on it I collected for prophecies written for 2013. It is 50 pounds of cast iron and 20 by 28 inches big.